Medashafo nyina ase se wanya abotre ameyako aba yetoa yenkomo boso e Adekye Nsroma so we say eye Ghana nkomo na ye babedi sabere abadwafo atena se ye babedi enkomo nsama hodo a epiefu ye de obokrata mu na ye de enso adwenkyere enso babedan wo hyene nso se dwumedie yi wetimi ahwe e wa be fontentan so Facebook obepie mu YouTube a ehonum nyina ye stream live ho UTV Ghana obetimi ahwe channel 360 on DSTV nso obetimi ahwe dwumedie no e wo honum na ene mamenda mabadwafo enso edi enkyere ahwefo a wo mo ehwe yen sabe nana into amrenchi or political analyst nana ewo hase so na Jennifer Oforiwa Coin Deputy National Communication Director for New Patriotic Party so na Honorable Eric Afo and so Mashebejini MP ewa Amenfi West MP from Mwakwaba
na
bibia bokote
jana do
mo Jenny Mr.
They say, "Oh, relegate to opposition. Say, power." Opposition for you, my behind.
Opposition. I saw her proud case and Kauba.
Let's have elections.
In fact, I had a son Kauba because I had a but in the middle, analysts and
putting out now about power. No, when you heard, all the men never be enough. When you
one is going
I saw you ready first by the time.
Meso Dinra.
Never don't watch a suit. Nice. Wajin carry tie. And then a member our for not the next hand. A woman I don't board. Not want to pay Rose. A woman board.
Sorry, shuffle.
It may my tear what is they relegate me about better. No opposition.
You relegate to it.
They are too free. As I say, baby, I'm not into almost my
bank a crank.
Maybe over
analyst. If you are no aba.
There's what to one come if. Unza na wo fa ba me.
Oh, yeah.
So we are one.
Nana a political analyst.
Abuna wenya samu. Omo hwe ya for the Thursday show the obi ani ba bi owura.
Nana wadaro mam wo political party bi mu na mi ni ma na fan kan.
Ubo mi din den na de kan.
Political analyst.
Me dase. Nyame nshira.
O de ditu abuna ma na nyintum na se ditu obenya bia.
Nyame nshira. Nyame nshira.
Eh asemu.
De ha ya nam se.
Ene ye drosu ko e wo ye nkomobo nu mu a nipa num ewo seshi ni nyina illegal logging na chains operators no ene wo mo so mo susu se wo mo na wo mo etumi ana so mo kwan so mo bu enua no wo eko clash na ho ene wo chire se de ne tumi esitie I mean ye chance ye kra no illegal cutting down of trees and all that emra ema ho kwan na se mane man kwan day na as an individual mutimi edemra so munsem ka se ye na ye wotumi sese ama se omode kobo eni na tese itu kasa ye nsekan ne ade ama nipa num de sabra ye ka se o match omo nkomo omo prepanse omode o makopie mu ewo eye ayaresabia me sha se mfi honorable hono
say dey ni die mo
say nimpeso aso
mame na was campaign now
Amba.
This is my first time about TV. That was okay. I'm always grateful to my viewers.
Okay.
Simply because
honorable Kafra, mema wasum ede amame. Na me de nana I start remember ba Naija no what say the impact na me sha say free na honum na sha say for me
yo mabna mi chiao anopei na mi chia empenyifo ameni won ehia anopei na mi chia okwapeman titiu adosuman ene adosu krora nana sechi amwako anope michia obi biara mabna omemu hankasa wahu etode bia yeboka na kana yebo no yeboka ni wia ne asan betena ho ne edi hu abubu onim se ye wo biribia wo frɛ ni se green Ghana emre bia afi bia won ayida bakwa asi ho si yenua inua twa nkram mantem haya woreko ablekuma se sa highway na Pokwasi to of the ablekuma no se wo behwe kwan ni mfimfini a won aduadua nnua wo sheda ko dua nnua o nanso won anya okwabran a wotwitwa nnua ni nyinaa egu ya boka ama obi ko gina ho dua nnua ewi achi no ya twa dua na egu meka na me dia ba besi asem susi yenga na ya prisi yenua nnua nso obe wi achi no esanse obi ikotokum obi dwuno no nko ane hunti na wakohye nwuram na wakotwa nnua no otwa nnua ni wi a ensi ho na odi galamsey akosupport no forester ewo mem ha esesanka yetumi bohu ban yi esanse ukokro bi so a one forest ewo ho no artificial wonya forester yenya bi wo krom ha no nti uko Sweden a won aheda aye artificial forester uwuram a obafese wo forest mu enso ohoye artificial na nyankopon achen ade fefefe wo mamu ha a uwura forest bibia wo pe wo forest ni mu utuminya to extend say ebetumi a recreational center tourist a yebetumi enya sika afimu yempe na mu ne yepe ne say yemu nua no yenton ne yeton wi a onipa baako impo obu nua ne mpo na so tua tax mpo a nkenye yawo dodo na abu no illegal inti mesre abanga abai wongafa minister lands and natural resources forestry is under them mesre yawo forestry commission wahwe yem forester ewo man na forest ewo man mu nso no edoso sen baby a isisi adan wo mame se wukọ oman mu a baby a forest wo nnua nwura ewo no edoso sen dan a yesisi because wukọ baby ti say mole ene nasefo mole park ne nasefo forest ne kura no baby a ewo no ene ni end no yenim nti se obi kohye forest na chi baby na obu nnua yenga ye wanim ha ne yenhu nti it is up to Aban to resource the agencies with the right tools wo betumi di a capture the forest ye wo krom ha because e wonam soro di a uhun ye koso meme yen en fight galamsey nkwa ni yenyai timber wotwa ne illegal because ne bia nyina no ha wo man emiri bi atwa mu na wo se dua bi a wo friend rosewood amanfu rowra forest ni mu otwitwa ebeda di se enya de sese wotwa minim se enumpo wogusu twa na se wogusu ntwa mede ni amekani se mesre senia Aban ne ni abreso peso to galamsey no oma sa enibre na ansanko won a woye illegal timber ho adwuma because eno nso erese niema won akotwa nwura no won akotwa timber no won nwura ni mu awie no nwura kwa na asai because utwa dua no soso utwa no eretofoma ese niema bebri make say na ukọ we kentensua ansa kura menene kura bia wo ho a ne ye kuku dua bi esim ye senke ye twadua no because dua no na sei kuku no o ka che sisi ye twadua na anhwa kuku ebe sei no ebe buru kutuku abiesa inti just imagine say dua bi si nwram a nnua bi sisi ho a uri twase nnua na sei no o twampo na sanka owie na sanka dua enka boni bi anu but o twa no na amanfo nso kotu galamsey because kwan na obebodi akwakotwe se dua no obi opeso kotu galamsey so behu so obi abokwan wo ho na ono nso akwakose no nti sa energy na yede ku galamsey no mesre say honorable NDC aba power say hwi ho nso eye nimpeso aso western north western region oho kwaye wo ho no mpempi no wohwe timber na bebre na ni fiba sa aso ye ho nso koko pa nso wo ho inti se wori twanue na ese koko na galamsey so sana the destruction of the environment is killing us. Yete ha yebeka say en affecting but ehun sunsuanso e ba yenso esan say se forest ni wo ho a etumi ma nsuto forest ni wo ho a etumi ye ma nsuto insu antonso a ye e won kran ha ye nya nsu ye nya pipe nom sabi nsuto a ebi begu dam ni mu a wo process no de aranian taps no inti ye besre sa energy na ye de ku galamsey no we should use that same energy to fight the illegal timber, the illegal cutting down of trees. Because se ushe sika last year and in the previous years we're devoting for tree planting alone. We are special.
Na ye dua nua no
so ye dua nua ni wia
bambo ese se ye to ho no so e de bo nua dada na e wo ho no so ho ban na ye nye ye ni no mu twa na da be if you dua no kwa e be take time ansa na enye
na omamu ha mahu se eba ne se obi wa asase na opese ono atwa ni timba obi anua no nnua na wota adua ne nnua na wode light pole ne telephone poles ene nasefo eno na manfo take na eno na manfo ye de odua but se ebese timba nnua ne nasefo a obi anua nti se opese wo ye timba adwuma koja asase kakra na wusu dua unye udua na se no a udua mie na utwa
they open intem
enyintem che ukọ countries a won develop a enwura a wodi fidi mpongo wodua na krom ha won so obi adua nwura wodi be fidi nantwi ne weda obi anye
David ani ja wo mo na wo hwe even Ashanti region ne other part eastern nom ne ade o mo ne fulani fo mfambo ani da mu jai
enti sa agri business here o man panyin dia bay we feel say it is in order say we be twa won ani ahwe sa niema ni bia ebeboa because we young mo no enwura beg na wo be fidi won say what to me I empower the youth to say youth mungo dua green grass obi biara ohia green grass and I say grass dia mani mu bia no ye beto people say people can be employed and this thing we need to sit down as a country, bring all the stakeholders, and then at the end of the day let's see where the country can be headed to. And yes adia de bia no ye bedi hu abobo ani atenetena se ana afedi akodan political talk but we enye NDC enye MPP oman no forest ne say ya ye nyina na ye ho be kire yen hwe wi abosisi ni nyina ka ho biu ni won atwitwa nnua wo chese first no uko kwapeman mu a people no
so nyunyu
say
area na ye
different level adan wo ho bebre adan no po a won asi no a street light kwa won to me nka no onye ma wo enso nka me hu no nka first na ye ko school ye du ho a dan bi ani ho eno ani say hu green enti ade bechin ebo 8 ansa na wi start epu but they say abo 6 na wi na pu that because bibi ani ho a protect no
na me say wi na different level o
serious
anu so ya
last week me baby be say Aden Judas no duty ana because send your yani buffer no anu ya dey enti aha na me manu be si na obi so ato so bi because ya hwe na bibi ankoyi
meda na aba eye honorable so ansa na maba ho
na wasena manu wasam and I'm about to know better make us.
Oh, there is something happening with you.
I don't know. I'm
no right.
The American say my men I'm in West Forsipa. Ojidio Monya Omimu all this while from 2015 through by election. I'm not going to up to this time. And I promise them say I will serve them. I'll serve them well. Especially Chama Mabaya Power. I promise them say Erica Fuller.
No, no, can hurt anymore.
Erica Fuller now opposition. No, not be the same Erica Fuller.
That's right.
In government. That's right. Nyama ba kumi no bia na ya kwan ho asem. Body to asenku go. First number better na ha na mechanic adawi. But this time mechanic direct.
Odo sabesi ubo.
Say body asenku go kwan. Ebe ya maye. Kwanya free asenku go ekọ aboy kwanta ekosi samra boy mumuni. Ebeya man. Kwanya you free asenkegwa kokwa ben ekosi safi. Safi we na wo kan. Ebeya man. Ne other projects am fi say
enche nyina kwan.
Enche de kwan ne papa.
But from Senkegwa
Excellency the late Atamels.
Oh, okay.
And one of the kwanya so far one of the best roads in the country. If you are Senkegwa.
Okay, okay.
Enti mechiawo nyina mechiawo nso. First time no we share. Mama ka say ye ka say edi ka mama ma abusuafo amahwere omo adehye nyina momo yakopa ya especially ekunonom ne eyerenom a onka omoko abepe bibi dama busua di anyina ba mama ka say ye kan bi say ada idio wiase nyina the last tree eto forma wiase ne hobie nti say your forest reserves no ana your forest organ na se bo ho bai pa won say amayaman koku akese wiase nyina dadi bi esi omo ne so your friend no climate change say na wo kan no wiase esesa ewo the weather condition in this country because of your forest reserves any natural resources are say we depleting no yes na de ade nyina so ade bi ba na be say bie yani na ye hu kwan fa so e betumi aboama sa ne man betumi atwa the mechanism say forestry commission has to sit up. They have to sit up because I think say they know all the forest reserves in this country. Your regional managers, all 16 regions. Your district managers, all 261 municipal, metropolitan, and district assemblies. Your technical people within each district. Your forest guards. Every forest zone. Empty such things, and you say, say, negligence. Say you Ghana had it, wouldn't be a course of Ghana because you're maybe a boy forest on by one. You can't enter into any forest about your permission. Even, mommy, one casancasa will be a cry, see what fool. I'll see be with you. Enyi with my try that bomb dance no mutumi so nkofa fence chainsaw
operator bi
se bi twa mami utwa a big offense esa okọ forestry commission ekotua are you stamping me ba behwe ampase bia no ebetumi aboa amoa adwuma na wo ye no ana edua no ebu na ensai enema and the best say never cry any my do send the best say I think what we do is say sir omo mutwa enua no omo license no they also abuse the system so okona say forestry commission a man of sir permission now it's also be take it through the due process no I share kwan be fa so a obit metwa enua no wakọ ye de ope wasem krofo kokon fuo na de ade nyina. So I think it's a high time sa semi sa do ya bie ye nyina hwe kwan ya bitumi e de emra no e de aye adwuma forest guards se binum etie me sambete me kan ye nye pepepe ye e wa adwuma na ye yenim because so what is obi training or you see one thing is say edua undu fa se kentwa this all the motor so e de pa what you say
eno na enwonwa pa se de nyina echi enti obi ante enkoyi authorities yi asote
exactly enti that make say Ghana sam what you say Ghana sam go de pa there's no way we be trade you about one so bi kura wo ye wo Abeka Johnson hey say a higher forester so bi kura wo circular obeti trade you
ono bona o kasa Ghana asem yi why na masa Ghana asem na ye Ghana.
That is why we have to sit up. We have to be Ghanaians. And NDC Abanyaba, all these things will be a thing of the past.
Hey.
We are going to recruit more forest guards, water guards. Forest guards, water guards. So water guards no want to be that. Yediba. You see.
We did budget. Come on, I say what I got.
And then we bring that's all budget.
Sitting up.
And then you ma,
to be under youth employment, right?
What I say?
Actually, I'm not so.
I'm only asking.
I'm not so.
Will it be under youth employment?
No, it was a statement. It wasn't a question.
Okay, so I'm correcting myself. Will it be under youth employment?
I'm not also what I don't know where this one.
And then youth employment.
Also, I don't know where.
Thank you.
Youth empowerment.
Okay, thank you.
And development.
Okay.
A special ministry.
Okay.
His Excellency. What? Just to create employment.
No, I mean, as an analyst, you know a lot about the political party.
So we are going to do all the, including the Galamsey. You can't be bria. No, I make one of your sister stations. So say you're devising very strategic programs. I be come back to.
I'm be implementing
illegal mining. It's not small scale mining. Illegal mining. Afimu. Omo juma ewo insuo mu ene ya reho okoto say yensuo akese anko brata no essay do na oyema show aso mampan tane mani nyina we are going to employ water guards ombe jeji na nsuo ho ehun say sa na mani nyina be ye adwuma. So now we can agri business. It's true. You see, you want to modernize agriculture in this country. You want to bridge agriculture to industrialization in this country. So agribusiness also help to combat a lot of things, including what we have been saying. So Mamika said it's a good call. So na Forestry Commission. And your mojuma pepe masumbi emragana.
Okay. Your queen, Mama also watching you.
Mama more at your wife.
That's also
what's the power for position for any
queen? They are
position going on why?
Position.
Mini power, the mini position.
So would your yaman yourself? I'm just what's so.
I don't know what to say.
So member of parliament back.
You, Martin.
I want to say.
Oh, no, I don't say that.
You share Jahana now to opposition.
I say, you promote
you. No, correct. Utray, Utrinqua. Or then I want to say.
Yamiadum.
I'm now, Maminchia, the former president, His Excellency Nana Kufuor, and the flag bearer, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Former, and I say,
and then a BDH.
Former.
And a BDH. Or in a banner. I mean, your man of Pebe will be a separate the more Maquina on Bedi and Nim. Modi and Munyam shake a sea. A G2 yes, your ball Muchidom. Now, Sabi and a gun of Foko Dean Como. And almost sing Coconket and Kete, no manager home. Now, no, so you're out to force and can't budget one can't Conket and Keten once a moon. One can't. It's someone. You are John Romani, Mamma Castle, Obama, Uncle Fu, some name you can be a pupil minimum. Obama, my junior, some more maffeting in our one can't. Ghana for her, who no choose so new over a near man, a adventure. I can't fear me and son. 2028 near co-elections, meaning Sagana for Besakas, I am be. My can say with a down production team was was. A 7 down a Arahosem. Say, Ubi Copen and Webby and Anambua. Now, say, Nipa 5 now. But I say Nipa 5. Now, fight ensue between Omone Forest Guards, Nana say.
Change operators and ne woman once or much any no between Omumi and no way feel say or not. But in Yano and about or mine, or moon be illegally, or maybe a beginning on the Adan to Kwame Penum. Yeah, a woo. Be a copis camboa. In young Sanky trunk and yana bonnet so, but on Sauna bonnet, Nana Casano. Obia can't quack said, Couchana Dria. In fear be a word, and I say near Chili Pepano, Nanka side the FF. Nanka, who channels on I saw to me what you to me. Exactly, and I may back on. Nanka, we are what reclaim me assassin. Not assassin, as I solid beam. And son of it me a rough forest in the Mwako channel. Or him, just a 1 year, 2 me crater. And mind you, all these things, if we happen under your government, we did our best.
I mean ka se we anopa wo show you so kire wo say amanyosem a ye power asesa ye nua no NDC fo aba bibia na anim a ye bo dawo ye bo ye dede we asda na e friend say omode be mo wo ho so mo ba niam bebre wo mbesi ano to wo bedo wo ho ase wo ma hwe wo ho animonyam wo mo apekwan a sa na mo mbesi ano because kenne da bia ye ti semti ba bia oti a enko no abode so bo bobo na ado aban ene won hwe na komo de nkrofo na mrante ne maba ni adwumaye omo ni adwumaye nti no mo so mo kotwa nua kakra nso a na ado asa abo pa me akwa kokum wo ma se sa reho akabusuafo Ghana fo mo hwe ho na mo to benti a wo kasa ado ye jagu ye chem enso me ya da wo se ja ne gu mo chem die na mo ye de afa ho die na mo ye de solve that situation. Of course everybody must work but ne kwan paso enko fa oyene said ye bia se nyede emabiem ukopɛ de obedi a obi no odanya ne anopa no ofirifi a yesusu ye ni tirimpo nyina se kwa awokɔ no mabiem da bi obi a won paya ho bansa no ofiri dem ahede afi wa ba abontia ba be ye ne dwumadi no okɔ back illegal mo nyina mo ya na mboa ya breso ye chichi nua bebre wo kai chana ni bi okofa rose gold Sir John time kutwa rose gold bebre bi free no fa no de ba so be kai a ye de ne court kora chana ni ba bi ne nkitikiti bi sa e ma ho bansa nsem bebre ye twa nua nya ne o enua nkasa ye de bodan so ye de ye dwumadi bi ye de ye fi akonwa ye de bi ye bibia we no nyina nua eno a na ye be yam na aba be ye so das ne sa de bi so kwa mo di table ni ene ye ma bi ye de ye but ne kwan paso so obi nkohwere ne nkwa eze otimi se no mo ku demarcation ho we aba me diem aha ye me de me ma ha na de akwa na akotwa nua na dobo da ba da won chen o mo di tu a na o mo de sa hack so no se chen so no mo di twa o mo ti
ene nsekan
enti se ye ne papa mu anka de tu otimura no ti o se utu no kwan papa so na ze de ya ye mampani kura do o mo bo ntuo anamboa se mampani ana pani bi ko so he mo free kwaye ni mu free forest ni mu na high no go area
but when you say when so eye opener Emma authorities said the honorable kind and forest guards
nominate eye opener
well equipped
fantastic also about national discourse this morning it nye bibia na yen amanyofo no e wo say ye na amanyosem but what they make na say enye ni nyina na wo say ye no amanyosem because enquire dey afiri mu sabra no nanka ka so ya ye nhyehyeye de nhyehyeye guo me kai se e be ka boso me yensa me akoto aba ye de galamse ejina ye kon so nyasem keto mampani e ka 2 weeks class 3 days am akoto aba mampani nko parliament now a friend say onko issue state of an emergency say ye tu galamse and so nem mo abraso yi mimitie no wo mo sister station ba ko am constituency chairman ba kwa cross police for ni asoja for say my friend why do you enter my territory without telling me me nkwala na ye adwuma galamse site na obewura ha entokwa you have to so wura ye galamse boy etiri so eti amanyo 7 ye na ade na ekona na san ba besi but it takes a by papa as to how obeka bi niam bi obema niam bi anu obesi niam bi anu kwan eti to da so bo na ebo ni bebrebe no emfa hwe mo because say o kan na o su ajagu wunua ni chemu a Ghana 40 mu anu masem a ye ma ye kotena bebe no mo ba ye na ke free say first month I the honorable also opposition smiling classes opposition kita pen board pen na dey tro more power say abna montimi nka ho hwe say yensuo ni nyina na adane coffee say nye tea biem lipton na ni te say nsuo na na ye say aye coffee so ni nyina ye say tutu nya brown biem antam origin because said omo ma ade na ye ho no ye fi some ba ye na
ka mo ba say 2 months na eni eti
okay ma 2 months
aye we
me ba ha first day me can say be say they are subject to scrutiny proper one because ade omo ka say omo be ye no ye fi say ko mo ba ye no also before say obo papa ne ma ni nyina gudo no bo ni hwe awo ka wo
de ka say
wo bibia gudem to cover do hye ya to papa Mama Ghana for chusu ko konketenkete oba akwan aye galamse ho akwantu aye tuye ye de galam stop ba ye na nkrofo ko mo kohwe kra ma ya bo ensuo no ho ban ene nsase no ho ban ne ade ni nyina na bi nso kra do mo ho funtum nti aye sesofo no na o preach adwama mo anya ya ye nyina de ye ho bagim ne bi no ye nua no mantimi antufo ye tea bossa etretin so mo ko mo call sit down strike Professor Jampo nkrofo yi lecturers si omo bufu omo so omo call strike obi call strike against the government say yes sensuwa to the extent that owura bi wa any team person wono obi ye ko wi ase na no na wa attack yeru asteka omo ye demonstration wa 37 ha ama friend say ambulance bakra no o ku galamsa ye tunu wo Amanfi West baby Amanfi East baby ye tunu krobi so wo ku 37 ha ma obi ye wo daka mo ye de ko hospital na wa block kwan say me ma won kwa de ya Ghana fo na munim nyansa na kufu ado aban se wo man no o ku ye no ekosi say e na ekosi ye yantimi ankasa wa ma nkwa kora wa ma obi astop obi yare ye kogene nkwa ya me yansia no me kan nyina kwa kosisi aso de da wo mo so to omo tena ho na ye be vindictimo ya be vindictiveness na ye koso ye be intimidatimo ene ma ye be yemo no enya sam ketwa na mo tena ho a emfie miensa chi o ohene ye kwakoto aba da mo tena ho na mo fo mo to mwadwe me de enya mo metumfo na mo nsam abono mo do ma no kan ya TMPP aban saa bre no eno an yaba wo mo wi ne power o my Ghana sesa yo yenko mu ni yenko Jupiter yenko baby asase ya ne yeto so ha ya ne yewo tumi ne ha ya na mu diam ye nyina twa ne sinyam ye nyina ye de ye de ye kurokuro yi ahwe abna so de do mo so me di ma no si kura no mo kokwa ye mu e ho should be a red flag area e ho should be baby ai mo abetena bejo o ma home nua kura ne ade maye mframa ne ade no kokwa ne nyina gu abeka de sese nkan na baby kura nya nua baby aka kra se city hotel wo se nua no sai kuma se area ho no baby Lancaster wo sese nua na boye ho ban nyina yetwa ne nyina gu just because yesi obi bedidi ya bra so a mrante ni adwuma ye o ti no mo twa nua sese enwuma no ha ye no makreti so man fam na nsi fo mo ku mo ho ana mo so ye bebo mo sobo abdam de manu asi
okay mami already messages ni bi ansana ya to so you have just us Nikoi and a day message by Kwame Nikoi. You have destroyed something in 8 years and you want someone to fix it in 3 months. MPP criminals. Okay. So and Domete Joyce for say good morning. I'm Joe. Okay, yo, yeah, that's it. So say we share Adekye Nsroma. I think for Ghana to move forward, dear, we should not allow MPP to come to power again. Okay, we'll be so dear. What they no. The lies and propaganda that brought JDM and the NDC will soon expose them, because these are getting these are getting worse. Even the 24-hour economy has not been captured in their own 2025 budget. NDC, not. Okay, we say capito. And so go so menshia and a day a buyer. Rocker sorry say watching you yeah that's a pass say will share yes. Also on my party the great MPP is now competing with CPP and the smaller parties. No condition is permanent and okay. So and Kwame Nikoi so no sign the baby was said never again cry you. And see ene omampanyini His Excellency John Dramani Mahama President Mahama backs 30-day ceasefire in Russian-Ukraine war. It's now no omampanyini so de na no atomobile bra ambassador of Italy Miss Laura Eko ne nsra a mo bon komo no omampanyini de to edwa sa nana.
Well, I think say ne kwanso ade because say ntokwa war parts of the world that affected obibia obekesi wo Ghana and I wo Ghana. But it doesn't affect us. It does.
But we are political analysts, idiot. Bisa. For the past 4 years, 4 years and all that. About your foy, at that time, Russian Ukraine. No, na Ghana, Ghana for Russian Ukraine war, dear. If I am
yeah,
nsisanso be na ebenya wo yeso amamu muntimi mbum amamu amose Russia and Ukraine. And now President Eden Ano Atomobi says of good cause almost ceasefire for ASR 30 days, you know. And as someone working on say ne kwan so ano. Into that time no me kasa de be awoka wodi be shem na omu nim say you know betimi anya negative impact be wo man Ghana so ana.
What kind? Me kai say Jennifer tena ha ka kire yensi. Esan say Russia Ukraine war ninti omani mu ayedin.
Me na mka asem ni kire.
Na
Baby I'm not retract me na mka asem ni kire. O mo dey.
So wotena ha e kan bi. Time COVID buy.
Na wo se wanka.
Okay. Ebia na e obi foforo.
Enti fa me bi nya example.
Fine.
Okay.
Jennifer Ebusianfo eye MPP.
Afa na odi me din kura ye Ebusianfo na me.
Sa wo ka Ebusian ho. Wo ma yeti asisi. Esan say Russia Ukraine war nti. Omanim ayedin. Anambwa. Sa TV ana wan TV. Nti say aban fofraba na negotiations erikoso world leaders obia edinanu rutum na say aban nso dinanu tumusi sa 1 month deadline a won asset ne kwanso aninga me feel say sanka na nadu mpo no ye president a enko beja tum because me no can there are certain things ye craft Russia esan say ntokonti yentumi nkra serious even kra me no ka say your students are immediately atwam work on Russia to go and have their training. Esan say ntokonti wontumi nko na se wo hwe wiase afana Russia when it comes to weapons one na wodom esukopa nti weapons ebia asrafu benhia na wode abo man hu ban ni ade nyina no esan ntoko ekoso wo honti no they will not be even willing to let it go because we be yusu e dia ko won toko nti every president what so bia no should be worried. And in fact Ghana we have an embassy there. Until once we have an embassy there, you should be worried because nanka wo utama ntoko si satam na MPP abana also. Wo ye nhihye say Ghanaians e wo ho no wokofa won aba. Adenti no wokofa won aba. They were worried. And every country will want to protect the citizens. Until for me we need to pray. Say anamuntu a won to say santokoi etuntwa no etubetwa because hwe ntokoi ede nsem bebre ina aba ana ede nsem bebre guso anam kwanso reba say yanhwe ne yansovo a it could even lead to another world war. And mpembenzo ya babedi if we should God forbid world war be basisia na ne ahihye nyina adwuro wagu so ti ase
enti wona wo kasa sei
enti ye se ye nyina no ye betai dwumadina chi meka dwumadina won akofa san hihye na basi in a month's time no won make sure say san tokwa no etu atwa no ye nyina ye ntai chi asoman hwe say if world leaders every country put pressure on Russia and Ukraine say stop the war obi so TV CNN UTV other television stations near Kamwasema pressure will be on them to stop because after all say ukuntokwa no na eka wonko a ebe wiachi no okom and countries are won akuntokwa nyina no ne last resort ne ye okom and I say wo hwenso a
anyway so better embedding other
countries. And Trump obey niama bebre wo ho a watwitwam aid bebre a eko other countries in nasifu nyina we decide say obetwitwam nti ebeba beto either European Union or even Africa nti say Italian ambassador akosra omampanyi na nkomodimu no akopuemu international diplomacy he should be able to let her know say and don't see bribia how man. So for me I don't see anything wrong with it.
Mama Penny Sanctuary mo say adehye bebree fra mama hodo so mo ebi mo ahwehwe wo mo nka ade e ha adwen
when wo ka say sanka eyai no na saa ntokwawi eni ho a nka yemba yere kura ye dua wa ha ye betumi export bi akọ Russia and Ukraine ye betumi yen embassy ye wo
Ukraine na bayire ye son ye wo
oh they be say enunti na make
you see we can exporters
me ba be can exporters
because
no kasa wa ha say
me can exporters because
na nu ya na Burkina Faso for issue say still omu gu so the ban ato serious e free hono eba Ghana mu foreign affairs ministry de buy sent wo mo say the force obi antwe ne ho mfi wo no mo fo mo ni nchire ba bi fofo na be can yam export
wo asem me ba be can ho asem because so when you have bambia agriculture than any so na or the agriculture is the number one priority ebema yen export of yen locally near my yeduano you bet to me export and when you obi owo vision our ideas be say embassies across the world ye office back bi asi ho na near my yedua wo Ghana ye de bi kogu sa offices one ma yentumi nya money out of it. And for me, that is why I'm saying, say, agri business now. A buy dia ban.
In an agri business, you
don't
know. Sector car by budget about category the
cocoa.
And I don't know we see how on agri business.
Cocoa. Dibia me amiti hey. Very famous kanche cocoa mbio.
Ade.
Yes, because of niema menena muko through cocoa.
But you believe in this?
I believe
in it.
There is this. I always say, when we think outside the box, we can be able to go forward as a country. You were quite baby. You were quite baby. But they are quite now. You won. Quite now. You won. What we think first is to make sure say yakusi si adan. Je senka ye to me enya 16 regions no. You allocate 100 acre in all the 16 regions. Na say aban if not even aban po on fanche ankranku bi insa say sa plot na where no. For rent one person ye farming.
Exactly.
Into ubeba no mechanized farming. Tractors you hold it down. Baby obeda ho. All that you need to do is to make sure say niema na obabe dua no wababe dua eno na emaye bre e wo memu ha because we have not thought of such plan. And when we are able to do that, say obi edua bayere e wo wale obi edua tomatoes e wo so menya obi edua mango e wo kropon a bisa hu say at the end of the day no yes exporto kakra e koyen embassies e wo wiase afa na nyina na ebigu ha we can showcase it. Into foreign minister, agribusiness, I saw the Hujim. Obi biara wonga man position wo mem ha biano. I just want to make sure say sa agribusiness no it can drive that 24-hour economy now. What can? Because once people are producing on the farm, we can eat some locally, we can export. But yeba yandiane say we should do buy and sell. Yanko import ni manembra. Ye import toothpick. Ye betumi enye obi ono ne deni se obedua mpempro ebetumi anya obi a ne deni se obedua akikadru nti ebia obi aba be high 100 acre farm abanga support no wadi akikadru obi aba be dua obi aba be yen nkokọ obi nso ayen mponchi ne physics ne ba ebetumi aye manu nkokọ ne deni nso ba ebetumi aye manu obi aye biribi won chen a ebe support sa ne mani nyina and at the end of the day it can become a chain of what industry and a chain of what we call it where the grandma but way far away na we nso akwakofa na we nso akwakofa nti enye fe na ye kwakọ import fertilizer efi Ukraine and as ye kwakọ import biribi efi Russia we can be able to do it locally say aid yeah yes we are beyond aid. What are we going to do to make sure say we don't go and borrow again? We feel say ye de sa nema we nyina si ani so a ye be ko yanim asoman. And I know for sure say budget here minim say ye beba ho but budget here finance minister de betu igwa no me nuanom ekike se won anhu niema bebre bi ne asifu but to be honest with you me de mahu niema pa wumpa and yedu ha niema pa na wum no medality na Ghana fu nyina
so okay mami ready messages ni be on Facebook. The government in the budget statement has increased the feeding fee per student in the school feeding program to 2 cedis for a meal, but prisoners are fed on 1 cedi 80 pesos for 3 square meal a day. Where is the resetting agenda in feeding of prisoners? Greetings to Abanga Yakubu Fuseini, incoming MPP National Youth Organizer. Yo, but who told you guys?
So this is why you want to become.
But who told you guys? Nana Nto is a political analyst. The man in an NDC sympathizer in communication. Can't you see? But you mean who know?
I'm not your brother.
Mean who know? But you're a political analyst. Okay, obviously na wakasa asesa say you.
What just say?
Almost wakasa asesa pa. The assembly should go into farming to boost food production. In the honorable who has said obi na can you say this assembly nonti. Minim somebody encourage hey, Ejento is now so now you know Russia and Ukraine war affect Ghana. Hey, political analyst pa with interest. We are saying nana me defend you and defend you. Okay.
What you bet me defend no plan me
President Omeka nchire Ghana fusi because of Russia Ukraine war nti. Ye ho akire. O see and per what you are saying Italian ambassador call hon and we say 1 month I want to say 1 month peace imran o support so wabeka kire say Russia Ukraine war intina okomode en dia that is different thing.
No, one about Russia Ukraine war.
No, we were crying.
But so generalize ka say enya effect.
Can you imagine?
Enya effect as some of them, you know.
Enya effect.
Yo, nana
but what measures did they take?
Nana
mate effect measures now anyway.
Nana mame kojo asempa and so Eddie about say this morning show is the best from Kojo Asempa Furniture Works. Okay, yo, I'm enjoying the powerful morning show. Yo, yeah, that's a pa. Hey, ja. So you know, obi idea basa oblite and so any other come. I say, hey, Eja. So you knew all this. You just say posterity will judge us you and see and that's why you're political analyst. My member honorable so what I saw better be very free hold me say
meka my mena was pa na me can say asman kam debidi kan na no chief analyst politically
no correct hey
I tell you second time we share program
our kasama
o kan adwen o kasa se o ye Ghana ni dem hu se o kasa ma MPP and o kasa ma NDC o kasa de Ghana ni bia be kasa o ye neutral the make say His Excellency John Dramani
me da say
on kasa because of Russia Ukraine war vote difference of 1.7 million aye de amano she said no cannot to any so and also say no them say Russia Ukraine war and also may we na Ghana for to Abama so Asabna Okan I think say he was only advising advisory say me fi say Santo Kwana Ekoso was sa 2 countries no some between the sad duration na amana kofoma anka beboa because we are say intertwine we eben so the implication of it no bit makan bia but not for the running of this country some percent Ghana 40 years mini aba ekasa I think say mini aba akonani pa in terms of politics why are there so many years and this time some tumbo abaso so we substantive in terms of communication there we say e dey na yaye ejuma be na yaye e dey magana
W.
We say
you got
what you said.
Me say eduma bay because before some of the bad na munim de mo baye.
Yes.
Ti dia na mo ya mo de
care. So they can say this government is too young.
It's too young and it will forever be young.
To me simply because
Queen me so man.
Your budget cry, your maiden budget cry. It has not been approved by Parliament. You member of Parliament. And there is Sikanza de Bumine. It is Sikana, your coffee fair, a baby miner. Naseba Jankwe, and one yin. And within that crown, you have made a lot of allocations. Between the Inuma Abagana. This year, the 1.5 billion. Ekwakosi program be friend no agriculture for economic transformation agenda. Ona nkoko nkitin wona na waka ho asem. Wini poultry sika atwifri manim ye de kokra nkoko nam sane ka no. Akoko nam e de bagana. Nyi sika ketwa. Enyi sika ketwa. E na ma yesi de mentumi enyina no. Ese Ghana 40 asema His Excellency. It's at least a few beer to me yet portrait crack. I think there a beboa. Who say you don't go to the shop. A bema demand for akoko nam na akofom. It will be rented down. They have to be saying. Go bono be saying. We are rented down. I'm not answering. But tell me now, said you young Kolankolana, you were a crass and no papa no me and coco. No, so that's what households. That's what more rented down about 50,000 households. Free 33 million. Enna household. And you need back no household means if you back on credit, when you to crown or more rented down, we go be saying. Let's say we go be very man. Ono ho e be adwuma dam hom etos million 300 million Ghana cedis.
Honorable, this is time ni na they address issue you.
Na make am answer. 300 million Ghana cedis. Aye di be wura apprenticeship program. E adwuma dam e maya ne mema asebio almost on to me and school semene wo ti. A lot. You find we do the same. 100 million Ghana cedis. So we are more trained. By the time we be implemented budget, you know, APP, you will keep quiet in this country. We are sure because there will be a time you see because the Ghana for the airpen and the yama. Budget way and yes, say sorry, Anna, you bury the budget you. No, you went to them. A dear now, Pepe, Mamma said, a mad drone, a former, say, a women's development bank. So 1.3 million and one day send us a year. Oh, Ghana for no bank and me. I just want to because for the purpose of education, you know, lay person also NTSC. Ghana, so more you need about 400 million. This is a seed fund. Ndimoko fan kaye no wona na be so. Oh. Inti budget we ehin be nyesi kare budget. Enye Ghana he ya na pesika. Ni abe kakra so. Exactly. Your friend we seed fund. Okay. Seed. Oh, we seed kete. What the boss I say with your bro. Na kaye na beto so. Na enyini. So it is a seed fund. Okay. It's not the capitalization. Your capitalization there was seed fund. So your person creative funder, who creative banker. I don't sorry, excuse me to say you with all apology. Say I could you say my loan. That be you should get infrastructure. Okay? At least we are doing this in all the 261 districts. Okay. And yeah, you so mama your coin. But I said so they can say Odumane there, you ready. See a baby. Only choice, Kura. Enti dear Omapenyin John Dramani Kayan, advice, and or the ma Ghana for Nina, any paying for number so that Oma Jimbe bomb so. Ama, you see, Russia, Ukraine. Although you cry, we can cry now with Chomako. Every year, the slogan in this country, Russia, Ukraine. That could not be about 10 years. Was that Russia, Ukraine, because every day we get TV, Russia, Ukraine, Russia, Ukraine. COVID-19 for the a change for the mood kakra because never be here in summer economy. So my sister, I think say you money there yeah PBM Magana. Let's look at the names of the ministries. His Excellency Ediatoto Ministries of Ghana. 1, youth development and empowerment. A new ministry yatia emebunu ebabediye. We are locating the budgetary fund for that particular ministry. I create a juma. Apart from that, your minister labor, jobs and employment. Labor, jobs and employment. Enti Ghana for mo hwemia ye nyina ye nya botre. Na mnim say parliament pass this budget. Now you start appropriation to so you start say ye implementation na I think the big one different Ghana. Ndi bi aba Dr. Bomami. Na mnim say next 2-3 months I ba better ha say no. Me ka say bi mu one of bekasa. Dama.
Okay. Me kasa dia Jennifer. Some part in your tomb.
Jennifer. Akwaboa na Nana Kofi Jima or say Madam Jennifer.
Yes.
Renting or not renting. We believe in His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Nkoko Nkete.
Obianka so mun believe.
Okay.
Obianka so mun believe.
Enka
se mun believe. Da dia de besie na ne ye dwete ho.
Okay. Oblite enso esa si Jennifer for you akwen. Jampo the neutral sa enya appointment. Ghana.
Omo so omo ye adwuma kwakute ho. And I know say we post to Adebo nim se position we nya certain things we don't add to it. Let me advise you. Akoda machine so say massage machine na may you ho na na ho we kade ato ne status.
I don't think so.
But they are to ne Facebook. No start. Deputy, there are things that you in suit you will not do.
The man we are talking is a whole professor. Something open for you.
Eric Kebuachi, please kindly tell the NDC man that dollar is still increasing. It's now 15.18. LPG gas increased. This is not what they promised. It's honorable. Honorable say, I mean, it's too early. Into wasre. Mama yenya o moho abotre. Na budget ne kwampono. Parliament enya approve into mesepa. Jennifer, my member also. Omampanyini ede na no atomobe
ode na no atombe ampa no kore obedi akonwa na die ompese ne yema bi ba affect no meboa obabedi akonwa ompese ne yema bi ba affect no.
Oh, okay. Nti Jennifer eba won pese enema bi ebe affect eye na banyi no na no tell me say also omampanyini pese bibia be affect no na ban na make no so omampanyini enka ban no ho abran okay Jennifer why na ban na man ye say me no me the fact that political party a leading you near more mine me your mind we your mind me your mind ni me nka ban it is a waka ban abamufuo ni
but yet
oh yes, the political analyst was saying
I'm not
problem.
And someone want to knock your political analyst. I what me from any man about so I don't say. Me make us all about
so we can't say me about me hosting no. If there is an issue at that point so now you can't waste. Why not? I didn't know me.
I'm talking about Nabu.
Me no me any ban wo.
we have you be back for very accumulate asatu. Someone watan wakana no pay no. Maybe am tie ha na no tie. Russia Ukraine war by affecting wiase amaya na ye call mo homoa which na nye Ghana nkoa ama mai bebre so a na mo call mo homoa wo fa ye iron rods ene ma ye yusu any ye wheat near the comes in a whole lot of year grains near the na Ghana and ye exempted from it and ye call home wa ko penny ma buy my mo export on ma won buy na affect ye na his excellency na danko kufuado eye president owura ye odin sese na no e bi oti abna ha ya na no otie ensema papa yi kan dan mu edu baby cross ya pon ye hunu krakra na ye de yashem na ye de ko che Russia Ukraine war and na wotie to gospel sema mpani ya ade na yesi wo no mo akwa kasa wa basa no nso oba ye no so wo no mo kasa no mo de mfidie gu fom etu so ye neutral wo so ye political analyst wo kan adwene no so wo kan adwo kire na adwene pa wo ba mem wo bu na baso no sanse mo ya waka ya breso wanka ya breso wanka tena ha ebo kashire de MPP so ya akopim so de ya beto
obi bo ne na nyina abaso
wo mo me mabaso no nya na
wase
o abaso no nya na
wase nana I can okro won so kompa we MPP so aya ade na nya wo kan
o da be no obi akra na honorable
na obi akra ni wase
enye dia meka se me menye hypocrite nemom de tie no owura yinsam aka na na age ahwefo ne atiefo ne nsam ama age mi ankasa kra so me nsam o ka kire se me mfa Ghana ho hiehia sa time no se de no obokan kama space o de na ni hu o man se de ni yebu no na nye ti me mfa ko share Russia Ukraine
so what say na say onka say e na onaboka
o ma pani no ti o sentro ni nti se ma ko so wo politically won ti
se me ni mu nti ba
se ma waka ne dan mu ko fi tape ni bi ne boti
se de o mampanyini e ka sesia no en onka say me bi
da ye ni nyina abna ni nyina nu ma se kire wa ba akon ko so a the challenges that we face as a man e be affecting it na won ko no mo nko kasa but de tie ni menim se ka apedi mampani na atena nchen ni ade odo futuo no adwene ba enu ti na mampani bi a free so a ye ma office wonu team wonu office fo amba ye adwuma ye ma team ho ti ne se bibi ba na na adan kwa kufu ado so hia na dwenkyera why not to the be man it is abre na Russia fo kontokwa na affect we ase na Ghana nye exempted wantimi amfa futuo ye ni gwato ye ode akode no wantimi amfa amasem your mind Ghana ni your mind ni onya ban ni no your mind ni wantimi amfa sa futuo na anko obi otwa me ni bi osuo so do obedi ase abu be oti ase obi otwa me osuo so obeda straight etwa me ni bi asura nya na ono de osuro se oye no koso a e be affect na ban Ghana fo bi be funu on be sore ne so enya na oti ono wo gospel no pay da bi so oti ase tie na de ohun akwan akọ enya ne bone so da se metena na mka se bi wo kokko ka se o mo fa mfidie mu fom se nke betumi anko mo nya akọ no ne ade no me ka se ya de bone a ma ene esa abi mi fe to him but de me kan se ne ohun se ye ne de a bere bi atwom ani akire sa bere de na nye owura iti ya shabata ni ka se ye friend say ho na atu a ye be kraba ama o mu security asojafo ne policefo security agencies ne de bebo ho ban no ho ana na dodo ni nyine ho ana dodo ni free bent no wono om kokasa e be ma no brebe ma aba ato ne basa ye kokra tuo ne ade na babo ye ho ban a e be ye wonim sa asam ne nti wanka ho asam da boss getire gu MPP fo so ha ya bon ne enim hwe na MPP abon no bon ko owurei wo ba mo heham kan MPP asma so de ye kogina ayi bu ba kutuku abna no kutuku boxing ni twi no maka kire wo baka so ahye gloves ni ye bo kutuku papai eno no ka Ghana fo say ye kra tuo ne ne ma wo honti mampani no makọ kasa ye mo apia ko mamenu aya de ono aka say o to de ne sese na ne tibuwa ne ne di you see amanyo sama e be kosu sesi a mfie nan no sebe de be ya osere mfie nan a e be kosu e abna bi e be si bia si dada
na na nkyere na dwemfa
otie bi e be si dada bia no e si dada de bia me kasa o no bi ntansa bi bowa it takes a buying na wo so no nim de wo nim kro kosere nim de free baby wo de afoforo adwene na wo de be page o man na kwa akogina baby pachotie hwe bibi e be si bia de ho no ensi dawo esi atwam do mo ntimi nsolve na be dɔɔso do mo betimi kakra kuma a mo betimi asolve no ene ne ade a o mo betimi ayede am o my Ghana owura bi di message by say enkokɔ nketekete se yenya ba bi mfa nkokɔ mo ni nsikura ya to ma of course ye nim se andi sifo ne owura ya dawro ma time ba MPP for so pa ye ho be ye hi no obi akora mpia semati pa cho wani diem se e beba budget no so ya ma na o mo wodo mu ya ma na o mo wodo mu no budget na mo ma no so atete ya buafu apati ya nto aba ma ye
budget na ye nka
ti abuna no pa cho so okoya okono ko kan asem a ehu adi a kire nyina no se entokwa no kosoa na kosoa ebema ono so ne man no ebema friend say ebema kasa aba ho a emonya asomdue emfa mu man because tie eniyama ye kraba na ade a o man Ghana ye kra ye de boy ye ho bra ye de so ye ho asene no so yo ne kosoa onya asomdue mpo wotimi akokoro do so se kwa akokra bibi dia ba ena nyi o ma abra so de be yo wetuma no na host show no onye o mo abreso ana bibi ya dey ba be so consider that na me kan come first any man pani sata no ye man pani dada ene wo ye man pani ene o kasa brebre ba to ye wura yo tisoro hwe nyina.
Okay, Tony Adekye, Tony, thank you so much. Or comments I would have, I mean the compliment, you love how I'm moderating the show. I mean thank you, and the respect I have for all parties. Okay, na Tony SIH we say was I've been watching all these comments, even the time that Ukraine Russian and Ukraine World War on the MPP era. Now or Chimu said the comments Nana gave during that time, They say they defend them. You defend them. What you defend them. Nana me ma hona me ba no abusia for mo fancha na comment they say they see do also no. Yeah but so no. There's no freeze on employment. Finance minister. Recently in summer by even me kai pass enra onobo akwa ebetina ase na de kire me say bo abaye freeze employment now finance minister be di banke sa ensem na ekoso ne se freeze bi ani wonom na obi anka na koma ento ne yem na recruitment ebekoso abre a aban ehia anaso oman hia se esi recruiting ni pa isikasem no enso so no ebetimi aboa nti ne finance minister ede ababe tuja Dr. Kiso Atofosen was say there is no freeze on employment.
Wow.
Nti yenyina yenti asesa
mbacho 1 minute na men clear bibi
Mate.
ne dikan minu abia kasa no osi president ko wanko so hu say ambassador
of Italy
ani nyina so no makasa na
president no it take over no kure ni nyame anim o meye complain BSC because of Russia and Ukraine war near odi abetu gwani say also on yen social contract of 120 days which I'm looking forward to that. And after that 120 days now on yen was a social contract near went to me and ya or kind you better na but Nana
I'm not for so routine if a gent does not get any appointment in this government I'll be shocked because he's played a very instrumental role to bring NDC government.
It's not an NDC man.
A gentle pioneer. The honorable way, so yes, so pass my country.
I'm satisfied.
You're satisfied.
In terms of economy and development. In charge of economy and development.
The whole economy.
What else is so what was saying what come with food chest say they here
it was one year before
there's no freeze on employment.
To be honest with you, finance minister or come budget, there's nowhere say there was freeze on employment. And now muti bibisa sabe you see week here you woman I thought to say we were going to talk more about
the budget
so that Ghanaians will appreciate what is in there and how we can be able to measure and let Ghanaians know see finance minister or the name be abetugwa na niema na odi betugwa no ABCD na wom kwan benso na ye betumi put pressure on him or on the government to be able to implement saa nneɛma na ɔde aba betu gua no but me nuanu mu bi no ɛno ho hia wɔn na ehia wɔn ne sɛ wɔn fa nsɛm bi mbetu gua sɛ ne ɛbɛyɛ a Ghana fo adwen be fi nneɛma na papa ne de beto hɔ na ɛsɛ sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛ di ho abobo sɛ ɛbɛboa yɛn anasɛ ɛmmoa yɛn no ɛno wɔn agya ɛno ka nti all of a sudden wɔkɔfa betting tax nsɛm betu gua ɛsɛ wɔn anye betting tax wɔ baabi a me wa no so maame me bue me phone ikyerɛ osisi a me ba bi a sports bet ɔyɛ bi otumi tew no na ne ho kra kyerɛ
enti ene no mo de nkyeremu aba
fantastic
say you know with holding tax on lottery winning no
it is the directional tactics
from gaming
okay matana akase in politics obi bi a wo friend say diversional tactics you divert the attention of the ordinary people so that their mind will not be on the main issue.
And you feel that is what the opposition
what I say
nanti who say sana opposition now more divert attention
all of a sudden aben oba da ben offer nipa anu nti mo be du ba be tu gwasi there's freeze on employment which freeze on employment bisaw aben oba yi has he settled afi no de ne budget abetugwa based on the budget no no do be hu nipa dodo a obefa won
na sa obi so beka sese na aban no embaye e na wo mo terminate the appointment of no mo ready budget
what na say
nti enye possible so metimi dey freeze
what na say and during the transition team when nyina dwene hu si ya to aba wi a there is no need for you to give anybody employment letter adan na obako breaches nsem na what na say kan this is what breaches and some media member be catch you say hold on with all those employment in any case chief of staff in case sa employment na okay so we hold on no one yen hwehwem bia wo wo ba be yen hwehwem wo a wo se fata no wo de be ma benya tena aka isi se ansa na aban bia be fa obi wo adwuma mu no esesa aban ni hu so obetumi atua ne ka na so ntumi ntua ne ka even in the private sector it happens untumi go employ obi a unni sika de betua ne ka and aban sector na aban kura mu no onye table top payment enti untumi nkofa grassroots fo emegu offices na bosum ni nwu na nko cash out na umbe fan be hihye envelope mu fa ma wo you have to go through the process it is a process when you now you have to go through no it takes months it's not even weeks so it takes months and until even necessary and even say recruit one a will recruit on to the security agencies no and yes say what call ya pen won pay aba it takes time and men penyimin crofo mebusuafo Jennifer and nebusuafo they are aware of this but say what na say and wanya akwanya no what na baby no wodi nkomo a one man sound as if say adene dey say immediately it take effect meanwhile you know say it has to take time young emra dey criticize one atena ba mu for 8 years na sebi what na ba mu for 8 years na when you su power efe na orema food soldier employment food soldier no kra say obisa hu say nipa no mam employment no odwene me ho ana so onwene me ho these are the things we should be asking but sometimes you know say oka Jennifer penema onka because at the end of the day no na ne dani team na ne say what they bia onka bi man enso wukuru ya wutumi tena aka say ina de asem ya okan no kwada nin
dabai
bia asem no da no yemfa no kware nto
dabai
so say sa mo no kware dina na mo ndi no kware magana fo no eno na magana fo e koto abetiam nti kama ba opposition no
mo ba mo medi no
say na masusu bribi hu say denti na e magana fo wo bufu yensa it's simply because mama Ghana fo ehun no kware no and as a mupenyin no oye bribi na nya you were not bold enough to let the old man know say adia odi ye edien be opposition so just say e fe no mako opposition na wi ansa na mo appointing figures say we no ye enya no ne hia emre na amukita tumi no and esa nka mu use tumi no that is what the NDC is doing say niam bi wo ho na mo ye na nya quickly they have to tell you me hey I don't support the issue say nurses and teachers you pay them allowance. You know why? You pay them their allowance and when they finish they don't get a place to work. Says sika na wutua no hwe sika wa allocate for them. Says you can build some hospital, you can build some schools. We are wokwa sika no ebetumi etua wonka. But we are going to use all these monies on them. Wo be wie school no have abetena fie efe na wo ba make se yenya adwuma anye. Nti why can't we change the way we do things? Emaniama inye. We keep doing things over and over and over. Me budget here bay, that is my only problem. Because for me, I think say the pressure say yen twa we mu na yen nuanu mo ka say wo ba wo betwa free SHS mu wo betwa training allowance mu. They want the Ghanaians to know say enya dia wo betwa. But me going forward, so what ma it will save the country a lot of money. And at the end of the day, some money can be channeled into industries, it can be channeled into hospitals. Now, will be training now when they come back, they will get places to work. Rather than say, you be training one. I think back where you say, Mommy, you training one way, you tia one car, we pe no one kwa bruchiri.
No, me
na sikana ni na ko.
Don't mind enya so faso.
But send you tia one car. In ye wie ne ma won adwuma bi ye wo krom ha wo wie ape before I obetumi a giantness now ye no cry you serve for about 6 years or even 10 years because the hospitals are there, the schools are there. Since nyina can be channeled into it. Into going forward no we should sit down as a man yen call it all the stakeholders, all those who are involved in the education sector, in all the economy sector now, sanema we nyina ye betumi ahwe na anko say the usual politics because party A say oba 20 at all costs you need to pay. We yes sir emwa
yo nana medase please ask how those interested in the apprenticeship can apply. Say honorable obi esodia wo bisa enono nana wo fancy bia bahase den enya asem keto nipa ne say Nananto, the best political analyst in Ghana, an epitome of objectivity. Keep it up until you be so. Eddie Awode Amawo no.
Mr. Tikwapai.
Okay, he said they work and ebiso any NJ the Mad Lion Ahafohidi, who is talking about Russian-Ukraine. President John Dramani Mahama, not the same person who said Russian and Ukraine war has no implication on our economy when they were in opposition. Very dishonest, very deceptive, and it amazes me how they can look into the mirror and insult intelligence. Into also the internet only Oman can say enya or however you so what then na to mu say what I actually say 30 days about to see one no sent to kwano adwobre na peace e asumdwe emra no and wo kan wo chire mu say sento kwaba e do how bebre na ba amama ya hodo no dodo na enso ema e wo Russia bi wo Ukraine enti sento kwasa na wo kwa na wo di hye bi akwa kofiri mu ebi ni se na nto chire mu no then government, the past government, and as past administration, medical students are name other, students are no more Russian, Yeah, my kofa more by said a bay this year, no an ambassador of Italy, a cocosana no mudidim co-manager, or manager. So what actually say asumji ebe costant me so yenya entiasini. No,
I mean I was I think say 2 questions now by say first of all, first one apply for
apprenticeship.
Oba Ghana your YE office, youth employment agency. So that's where we are going to channel all programs into. Say open edumaye na say possibly the programs, the projects no eba. I think with my YE office be a Ghana. Na the office also bit my organ to me akọ etos biem my dear me pese omo hwe yen etese excellency John Dramani Mahama onka ba bia se ntokwa na koso no affect Ghana so much enti ontumu man mesra mo so let's clear this from our minds. Mesra bia Well, he's never said that. eto so bi there's no way
over to us me so kana make na okay na make say obe one one being ewo boko eso ensem as much as here can operation Ukraine Ghana so Russia oh Jennifer
someone si boko
so communities no okay
una obi say what kind of trying to
international relations I mean
I'm not disputing that fact. What I'm saying is that you
integration issues. So president also require bit makasi. 2009. Na MPP free power. And obi enche me asem.
2008
2009 no free power.
Of course, because
about 2009 before Atamel's administration. Na MPP nim say there's no adibefeno fiscal space. Wo hwe usikasem ehu say sa program ba be yi. Munya sika de atwa because for bi adwuma akra wanya be 21 years of an adwuma. Ubetua ne ka let's say 39 to 40 years. Interest wo hwe wo sika setena mu. Now he says obetua ne ka up to 40 years now. Oma panyi kofo o free power from 7th December to 7th January e hand it over their man. Can no cost sign the single spine salary structure. Omo 8 years no. Omo an sign. Within 1 month, no, they signed single spine salary structure. Near the problem, but to Atamel so pine. You do minor do because with your compensation, what budget now? What the tribunal say? It takes about almost 45% of IGF. In the year 2005, that's the main reason you call IMF. IMF na kwa no yan ko say e bia Ghana ho akire say sika sentum nye but because of 2015 right
2015
one say ye sika sam eye den so you have to run IMF the same thing ya to aba ye transition wa man ko for djuma wa hu say wo fiscal space e wa betum dey man ko for djuma the youth na wasate wo konti you are signing bra memo adwuma this can be chanaka yes you buy so no you tina simple you get budget e ma Ghana for approve budget in fama how do you continue say ya fam adwuma munya botre
okay
munya botre yeah I'm talking about the youth
where them pay you to
yamfa freeze ento adwuma bia so Ghana ha woni baby Ghana ha say all your president do peace make sure say youth employment would be your job because it is insecurity in this country insecurity idea dangerous in this country any young kwada buru no mo fi na omunya dwuma ne enti I think so here programs here na your allocations here in the budget is geared towards the youth.
Okay.
In the thing say ubianya butre. Everything will be fine.
Nje yes finance minister be clarify sir adie no na yenyina yin fit him. Jennifer finance minister say omo fa freeze be anto.
Na bra won ka ba
implement so.
Budget no a obekan ye. Enye enema a ewo mu nyina na ntina ye nkrofo no betena se na minority e be ye ho adwuma na no pe amai. Be so honorable already on kan ye kwento no aso tena kan no
na yem na me say ni ma
wo na asane ma me wo wasane wo ba me ne chat so wo wasane be bia ma
it is all we abusia wo chat nyina
wo ka o se ye nya na be program that try ye bia na
sorry ne de
ni green red and white na hye na ho peso be kan na ya na ma bufu no
o Jennifer no na wo kan so amam for the message about
wa missy heaven medina china so messy
Kofi Salom o tese se de amanfo isi ebo na na abaso na enya asem
o kasa mo mu nto omo na abaso o kasa mo omo na abaso aya ade
so omo for the
appointment ma no wa bere wa kasa bere omo kasa omo mfa freeze ento employment so a entro Honorable Kase was saying I could 4 corner, President Kofuoko, and Okofa we be buying, and a friend say, or Franco Fushi, now more transition, a crowd himself, honorable, the patcho. What she suit to come out to Parliament. Chrome for number 54 no more show. Or more transition, I say, in constituency. Or more transition. So one pass a transition time near money bedroom. Wouldn't him so more you already know. It be a 1 year. It be a June. It be a May.
What is the proof?
So what is the proof about what you also saying? What is the proof?
Yes,
what you are saying? You see,
within that 4 weeks, what get appointment letter? I'm telling you.
Anna, and yes, how 4 weeks appointment
letter? They are within that 7th December, November.
Let us space
before the.
That's it. So before,
let us assume, sir. Okay. 4 weeks now, all can say no, all can. That's what. Yeah, you and I were not there. Or more calm Ghana for you or tomorrow. What about my form? What do my mayor you already? Oh, I'm from me, honorable work once a week. Or more 2 years ago, your former Juma. Quote, Mimi Akuma Sabidem Fuel. Bisa said the past weeks, Nipa said where you already. Bisa, say past weeks, and Kwala said where you already were. Mimi will minimum or your Juma. You found 2 years ago. Nipa told not you. And you 2 years and an appointment letter.
And what is the reason?
Oh, yeah, Juma. Also, they are not making income. Salary. Now, me bo, you 4 be a Juma. You 4 be a Juma. Now, say, what do you call it? We no annual DBB. How does that affect on no employee in our family? Particularly when it is not his or her office. And I don't get my point. It's in Kuala Lumpur transition time. One more watching in some transition time, and Kuala 4 weeks. You're more Juma. Mind you.
And this is what I know. And that's what is going on.
That's what you know, and you want me to believe it. Yes. You want me to believe, but you don't want to believe mine.
That's a statement.
Okay. I'm not going to say, you will see so much freezy employment for now. But also, if you want me to give it to them, I can give it to them.
Finance Minister.
Any finance minister, I'm patrolling. So who's my highlight to what? Read her. Any paragraph. 447 and 448. Come on. No, read it on my phone. You have lens on. Read it to Obia hearing.
Wait.
Can you imagine? Give me my phone. Give me my phone. If you think I can compare a screenshot, no, I have. Ghana for ranting my bar. One more DMP for what he shame. Okay. Your mom, you my ya, mamma, no fool yet, so more free, and you must see. It is Sabia Nidium to fracture, be one quabon to Uncle Toman. More manner. Nobody has said
implement policies that focus on creating stable employment, equipping young people with skills, and driving economic growth rather than leaving them dependent on gambling. Simply removing the betting tax does not address the core issue. What young people truly need is real economic empowerment. Interesting days ahead. Inti na adiaye oblite and so edibaye no. Inti enei messages no unfortunately mean to me and can kind Queen time baby we
why
Queen time
you see media me cancer politically
I say after 7 but now
I'm talking about why you so funny part into apprenticeship
no
yes sadia na omo kan na I was expecting honorable senka honorably obeka so na pipi ade o
this is a created of
but you don't want to make it look like you don't want to make it look like
everybody is aware
and why make it look like
lady process no mobile announce say one more year interest
yes
no my you will be the message by yourself or person sign e interest be am paying for madam wasepa wo momre and my dad honorable Erica Junior MP wa Amenfi West so and Jennifer for you are Queen Deputy National Communication Director NPP Nana into Amrichi political analyst and ane yene omo etuche enkomo hewo Adekye Nsroma also wo birthday wish
junior me ba me ni tifie ele na woda ti me ba happy birthday
my sister be so your friend Anita Awini so Kaneshi ne birthday
say me hwe de o muntem
na wo chim
oh no
no what's a birthday no
birthday na so obama fa mo be kasa bi
Anita Awini or Kaneshi police
station okay in paying for madam wasepa me so madam wasepa I say na ebreba kwan me de Adekye Nsroma ene ya wada de asiasada kese e ya wo desada ne da wo gibre na wahwe saso ena de entire crew so no madam nyina se ewo echigina pama me fasada kese e ma cute cat palo wona eye miti ene o abeka junction adjacent EcoBank one my friend was 0246 8975 0246 8975 89 so na Patmo First Clothing NSM atade wo mama ye Ghana ni papa enti wo pestal ahodo occasion bi a wo ko bi akodan Patmo First a obehye watade kama free part e was 0242 653361 0242 653361 onyamente na nimu mawo ontutu wanamo ensi yie na de wo ye bia oma ne nyehira odumfo hu ye mobo na so de wo chena dom ye da Adekye Nsroma esa wo hono mawo koso a mo ofidie enda UTV me de abana chei boache makram